is KD8SLG, listening on the 39.
W8WKY.
Hi, Nick. I don't know if you're bored or not. KD8SLG, AB8MO.
Well, Andy, I saw you were connected and thought you might answer me, so I threw it out there. Oh, just on the C4 FM net out in Oklahoma. Talked to Ray and a couple of the regular guys, and did the Skywarn Youth Net out of Oklahoma tonight and talked to those kids. And yeah, I saw you link up. I thought I'd say hi. And there you are. How you doing, Andy? Good seeing you yesterday.
Well, I guess I fell right into your trap now, didn't I? Okay, yeah, it was great seeing you and Mark and Josh yesterday. Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. And kind of consolidating the logs here. I'll upload them to the photo website here. Well, whenever I get the other half of the logs from Josh. I got two requests on QRZ for logbook confirmations. So they're going to sit until I get the entire log back. So hopefully that won't be too long. So you get any severe weather down there? We had a severe thunderstorm warning for Geauga County, and it was I don't know. I guess the Lord part of the Red Sea here, because we got maybe some moderate showers. Didn't even really, the wind, there was no thunder or lightning, and there was maybe some minor breezes. That was about it. So we got away a lot lighter than possibly some other people did. How did you fare down in Orville there?
Yeah, it kind of just bounced over us here. I was watching my lightning detector app was blowing up for a while, and it was coming towards us. And next time it went off, it had blown past us. So had a few minutes of some downpour rain, and that's about it. Just a little dust settling rain, if you will. That's about it. Yeah, yesterday was fun, man. You feel a little more comfortable with the tools now, because you got to use the tools yesterday.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to be the matter of, yeah, I think I could do it now. I mean, the most cumbersome was just the logging and getting that together and try to navigate N3 FJP, which I bought the software, but I guess never bothered to learn it, I guess. So, you know, if there isn't any operator error, it looks like I can get the antenna up in the air pretty good. That was crazy. Let's see. The black eye for both of us. The dot came undone for you, and the second time, I think. What did I do the second time? Oh yeah, I clipped the light and let go like an idiot. The third time was a charm, and I was really surprised at how well the G5RV worked on 40. I think we made all of our contacts with that antenna, so I'll probably be using it next Sunday or Saturday. Wait a minute, yeah, Saturday's the activation. I guess if I show up Sunday, I'm probably not going to see too many people.
I don't think they were black eyes at all. I think it was a good learning experience, though. So, you know, you check those boxes off now next time around. It'll just be that much easier. And, yeah, that antenna worked great, man. So, yeah, I would use that again for sure.
Yeah, I know people are really polarized about that antenna. You know, either they say it's a big piece of junk or it seems to work okay, and mine has always seemed to work pretty good. the only disadvantage is you need to run it through a tuner. It's not really resonant anywhere. But it seemed to work okay. The results are, at least between the two antennas that we used, that one was clearly the winner. So yeah. Yeah, next week I'm going to be, I already told the guys there's two that said they're going to come, possibly three, so there'll be up to four of us at activating Mosquito Lake. And I got to reach out to the club president to see if if we're ready to go with the Warren's club call or not. And if not, then I'll just use Norma's call, because I know it's all set up on POTA, and I got all my ducks in a row with that. So we'll see. But where was I going with this? But it'll be good there. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I don't feel as nervous about it. So I think I'm going to make sure I get there at least an hour before the activation, maybe a little more than that. Make sure I get that antenna in the air successfully, and we at least start on time. And we're not going to run the full 4 hours. At least I'm not going to run the full 4 hours, because I'm going to have a graduation party to get to in Alliance, and I think Alliance is about an hour drive, so it ends at 5, so I want to leave there about 3 and at least get a little time in there. And of course, I didn't know about that until after I'd already committed to do POTA, so that's kind of the way it works sometimes. KD8SLG, AB8MO.
KD8SLG returning. That's all right, man. It's good to have a full schedule. So, get a couple of things done in a day. That's awesome. And yeah, that's one of the reasons I've always resisted doing POTA events, is because I hate to commit to being somewhere for 4 hours and having, the extremes happen. Either you get your 10 contacts and you activate within the first 10 minutes, and then you're just kind of hanging out for fun, when you could go somewhere else and activate somewhere else, or worse yet, the bands are dead and you can't do anything from where you are, and you just got to sit there for 4 hours. So, no worries, man. Get in, do it, and get out and do something else.
Yeah, I think we made all our contacts on 40. We tried 20. I went up to 15, didn't hear much up there either. So really, the only chance we had was 40, and 40 wasn't even all that crowded. So hopefully the bands will be a little bit better than they were Saturday. But we eked it out. But it was good. I think. The Sarah Club is a big, we get together and we like to enjoy our time with each other, and the Warren Club's kind of like that too. So, we'll probably, we're not going to be burning any rubber, I'm sure, but I'm sure I'll make sure at least we get our 10 contacts, which, as you know, it doesn't happen. That happens fairly quickly, unless the bands are in really, really terrible shape, which hopefully they won't be. But I think we'll all be good. I'll probably just be providing some water and chips, and that'll be about it. It's not going to be a full-blown barbecue like you guys are having. You guys are going all out. And I'm not going to put that much effort into it, but that's great that the Sarah Club is really going all in on it, and I really, really hope it's a big success. I know Josh has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and I know he's kind of. I think he's got a little nervousness about it, but I think it'll go just along fine.
What? No beer? What kind of antenna are you going to put up there, Andy?
W8WKY.
W3ETV, KDSLG. Hang on for a second there, Eddie, please. So, Andy, yeah, Josh, I've joked about this before, but Josh is actually auditioning for Field Day Chairman next year right now. I'm not kidding. Andy, over to you, then throw it at Eddie. AB8MO, KD8SLG.
All right. I didn't recognize the voice. Hi, Eddie. W3ETB in the group, AB8MO. All right. Well, I only took the Hamfest job because nobody wanted it, and I can't seem to ever get out of it. We'll see. Josh may regret his choice, but hey, if you are, that's wonderful. That's what I admire about Josh. He's willing to help do things, but he's got a lot on his plate. He really does, between responsibilities as a family man and taking care of his family and all his hobbies and his church. I think he kind of gets pulled in a lot of directions sometimes. So. Anyway, but that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm sure he will do a wonderful job if he decides to take over the field day operations for the Sarah Club. How you doing, Eddie? I don't think that alcohol is allowed at least Ohio state parks, so probably an alcohol-free event. Take it away there, Eddie.
Yeah, I think you're right. Not too many state parks allow alcohol. Yeah. But, I was wondering what kind of antenna you were thinking about putting up. You said you were going to put up the antenna. So, the W3TB, back to the group.
All right, let me see if I got this. I'll answer it. Okay, Nick, I'll just toss it back over to you there. I specifically for the Warren Club, which is where I'm going to be working from this Saturday. The Sarah Club is going to be doing it too, but I'm talking specifically for the Warren Amateur Radio Association. I'll probably be using the G5RV again. It worked very, very well for us on 40 meters. Josh was running QRP 10 watts and was still getting 5557 signal reports with 10 watts. So it worked very well. I had it up in a sloper configuration. Probably went up. I'd say about. What would you say? There, Nick, 20, 30 feet up in a tree, and then sloped down to about 10 feet, and that actually worked incredibly well. I'll probably do that again. And I know somebody's going to bring a hamstick dipole, I think for 20 meters. He wants to put that up on a tripod up about 30 feet. So those are the two antennas we're going to use. Got any details on what the Sarah Club is there, Nick?
Nope, not a clue. That's Josh's gig, and everybody's bringing different antennas. So I'm bringing a Tram 1480 that I'm hooking up to a 2-meter rig, so I can talk to your repeater and anybody else who links up to the repeaters and talk about what's going on. That's what I'm doing. I know Josh had that Wolf River coil thing, and Lane's going to be there, and Lane just has, you pick an antenna, he's got it. KPMI is going to be there. He's got basically just a end-fed half wave, and that'll work as well. So, and who else is going to be there? Yeah, we're going to have a bevy of antennas, and I'm going to have an off-center fed dipole in the back of my car, and if Ron's there, he'll have something else as well.
Where'd you go, Eddie?
Oh, I'm here. I'm just standing by for the net. I'll let you guys finish up what you're doing. I've been looking at rag sheet to see if the beacon net is going to pop up there. W3ETB, back to the group and standing by.
All right. Yeah, try to keep some kind of rotation going. That's kind of the way I work in roundtables. I don't do well in free for alls. Just somebody pick it up. You know, that never works well for me. You're always asking for a double. So anyway, I like to try to make sure everybody has a clear channel. So, all righty, Nick. Yeah, we're coming up about 5 minutes before the start of the beacon net here, so I'll let you tie the ribbons on it. Thanks for chatting. It was great seeing you at our little practice run at Portage Lake State Park. And hey, if you find my weighted tennis ball, let me know. I don't know what happened to it. I'm pretty sure I put it in my pocket. I didn't have any holes in my pocket there, so I don't know what happened there. Hey, if you find it, great. If you don't, oh well, I got a few extra. I'll throw it over to you, and you can tie the ribbons on there, Nick. Have yourself a great night. Thanks for the chat. This is AB8MO.
W3ETB, this is Katie at SLG. Good talking to you, Eddie. And AB8MO. Yeah, that was fun yesterday. I'll kick around in that patch of leaves and see if I can find it on Saturday next week. Maybe it's still there. Who the hell knows? All right. Well, we'll throw this over here, and I bet Eric's about to make some sort of announcement or something. So, AB8MO, KD8SLG. Talk to you later, Andy.
You guys had a pretty good discussion going on there. It's KE8VZA here. Going to start taking some pre check-ins for the beacon net before the pre-show starts. We have about 5 minutes. I grabbed some people from the blue screen, and I got KC3SEG, KD2HCE in and out, W3ETB Eddie, and I slotted Ray into the 10th slot, K5CFY. If anybody else would like to check in and get an early seat in the front row, please call now.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. ZEP, I think it is. Eric?
Whiskey Bravo 4. Alpha D Zulu, WB4 and IZ Florida.
Thanks, Eric. KD2HC.
KF8AXO, Dave and Green.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. This is KE8VZA returning, or VZA, however you prefer to say it. Sometimes the Z's easier to understand when you're not in the clear. Anyway, got so far that I haven't rattled off already. WB4AIZ Chuck, KF8AXO Dave, and I picked up from the blue screen Tom, KA8MNT. Oh, also WV3K. Philip, got you there. And Eddie, I picked you up from the blue screen, W3ETB. I see AB8MO out there, Andy. Yes, I heard you. I figured you'd be out there, AB8MO. Got you on the list there, Andy. Anyone want to get an early check-in? Josh and Marie, I'll add you next.
W8WKY.
K8BEC, WV3K. Sorry about that, Derek. Just got confused about call signs and got the TV running, and I wasn't paying much attention. Back to you, to net control. Thank you, WV3K.
WV3K, KE8VZA. No problem there, Phil. Got you here. And we're gonna stand by for our announcer. So if you haven't checked in yet, have no fear. We'll get back to check in shortly after the announcement and our customary Mickey Mouse roll call. So please stand by. KE8VZA.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is, our lovely announcer, to properly introduce the Beacon Net pre-show on the Sarah Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association repeater, the W8WKY, on 147 Mark 390, positive offset. Yes, I just looked at my radio. And PL tone is 114 Mark 8. I did pull that out of one of my brain cells. So at least give me a golf clap for that. But this is KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie. And I will be your net control station for the pre-net, for the Beacon Net. The Beacon Net is on this frequency, this repeater, every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. with the pre-show beginning at 9:30. So here we are. And I have some check-ins already. And before we get back to checking in more stations, we'll do the Mickey Mouse roll call. Let me take a pause for time. KE8VZA returning. Just a reminder, this, even though this is the pre-show, it's also a controlled net, and I ask that all traffic please pass through net control, yours truly, and emergency or urgent traffic, please break in at any time. Also, other stations, as you key up, please allow a moment between transmissions for everything to reset, because we will have some stations linked in via Allstar and other repeaters elsewhere, most likely from the Oklahoma area, at least, if not others. We already have a station from Florida, so, and Eddie in Annapolis, Maryland already too. So there you have it. So anyway, let's see, what did I forget? Nothing. So I'll take 5 seconds here and we'll start the Mickey Mouse roll call. KE8VZA returning. Okay, that was only 3 seconds. I cheated. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go to the top of our roll call here, and our net control station at the top of the hour will be Nick at Night, KE8QKO. Are you out there, Nick, and how are you doing?
KE8QKO. Hello, Eric. Hello, everyone on the net. All right, I added 2 seconds there before I checked in, just to make sure you're 5 seconds rounded out there, Eric, because that's how I like to do things. Anyway, I'm standing by, and I will be around for the net at 10 o'clock. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. KE8QKO.
All right, very good, Nick at Night. Thanks for picking up by extra seconds there. We'll clear with KE8QKO. This is KE8VZA. And we're going to go on down to Dustin, KD8EPC. Are you out there, Dustin? Mr. No Responsibilities tonight. And how are you doing?
KD8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. I'm here. I'll be sticking around. I have no responsibilities, and so back in pre-net control. This is KD8EPC.
All right, very good, Dustin. We'll clear with KD8EPC for now and go on down to our next station, Justin, KD8SLG. I heard you as part of that roundtable discussion. I heard the tail end of it there. And how you doing tonight? And will you be sticking around for the big show?
K8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, and all of the Beacon netizens. 26 Sleep Still Field Day. What was I thinking? Yeah, I'm going to be here.
All right, Justin. Yeah, I need to buy some extra sleeps. I bought a few extras from, I don't know, there was a guy in a van in the alley. I think his name was Doug or something like that. And those sleeps didn't work. So I would advise, get them through legitimate means. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8SLG. Thanks for the countdown, Just Nick. And this is KE8VZA. We'll go on down and see if our alt trivia master is here yet. Maybe not. He's usually on a net right up until this one starts. KI5DAY. Alan, are you out there yet? Okay, nothing heard, but no fear. He will be here. I have a good feeling about that. Okay, we are at the end of our Mickey Mouse roll call here, and everybody's sounding good. So we're going to go ahead and take check-ins. I'm going to read down the list of who I have thus far. Yep, I think I got everybody from the blue screen so far. So I picked up KC3SEG Greg, KD2HCE Chris, who was in and out, W3ETB Eddie, WV3K Phil, K5CFY. I went ahead and slotted at number 10. He in his customary slot there. He's usually on the net before this one is here. WB4AIZ Chuck, KF8AXO Dave, KA8MNT Tom, KE8MO Andy, KE8YUG Josh, and KF8ANS Marie. Okay, so there you have it. So any other check-ins, please call now.
Kilo 4, Sierra Charlie Kilo, marking Copley.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred in Akron. Good evening, Eric and Nanette.
KG7, IRJ, all in that. Hello.
Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee, Chris in Amherst, KE8MMY.
W8.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Tango, Steve in Elyria. I'll be in and out this evening, Eric.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up there. This is KE8VZA returning. I am the net control station for the BeaconNet pre-show on the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's W8 WKY repeater on 147 Mark 390. And we're taking check-ins. I'm going to read off who I got in this latest batch. I have KG4SCK, Mark in the middle, W8KOC, no, excuse me, WA8KOC, Fred, KG7IRJ, Paul, KE8MMY, Chris, and KF8ANT, Steve, and Steve asked to be in and out. Okay, let's take some more check-ins. Any more check-ins out there? Please call now. Okay, hearing none, we will go ahead and work the list that we have so far. All right, I'm going to go on up to Greg, KC3SEG. How are you doing tonight, Greg? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KC3SEG, yeah, good evening to you, Eric. Yeah, I'll check out on the blue screen, but I should be around for about an hour. KC3SEG, back over to you.
All right, very good, Greg. We got you on the list here. Good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KC3SEG, and we'll roll down to Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And will you be sticking around for the big show?
Hi, Eric. I am here, and I will probably remain here until sometime after the questions are answered and I fall asleep. So, anyway, back to you there, Eric. W3TV, back to net.
All right, Eddie, very good. Yeah, right up until those toothpicks that you prop your eyelids open with buckle under the strain, right? I got to get those beefier toothpicks for mine, I think. See how that works out. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Eddie. Got you on the list. We'll go on down next to Phil, WV3K. How you doing tonight, Phil? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
W8WKY, repeater, PL114.8.
K8BZ, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Eric. Yeah, I plan on sticking around, Eric. Just have fun with the group and enjoy the fellowship. By the way, I'd like to just make one question to you, if you don't mind. Back to you.
Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
As part of the BE team, I'd like to ask you if you would please pass the note over to 8 Whiskey Bravo and ask if he's got all participants available already lined out. If not, then I would be glad and happy to be a part working with you guys on the 1st, I believe it is, coming up this month coming, and I have transportation to do so. So you could pass that along to him if you're in touch with him. I hear him often, and I radio that often lately. So if you would do that, please, I'd appreciate it. K8VEZ WV3K. Thanks, Eric.
Okay, Phil. I will pass that along to Stefan if he happens to join us tonight, or if I happen to stumble on him on a different net. If you have his email address, it might be more direct to send him an email with your inquiry. Anyway, I've got that written down here just in case we bump into him. Thanks, Phil. We'll clear with WV3K, and we'll go on down and we'll check to see if Ray's out there yet. K5CFY. Ray, have you joined us yet? Okay, hearing nothing. Ray's probably still on the other net. We'll go on down to our next station, WB4 AIZ. Chuck, down in Florida. How you doing tonight, Chuck? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Well, WB4 AIZ, been doing better. I spent, let's see, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night in the hospital. Had a fall, actually 2 falls on Tuesday, and second one I thought I'd better go into the emergency, and I got out yesterday, and kind of glad, well, sort of, that they found that I needed some antibiotics. I just wonder if I had a issue with that, but the food was good. So, yeah, I think I might stick around a short time for real short before AZ.
Okay, Chuck. Sorry to hear about your mishap there. Hope you're feeling better. We got you on the list for time, and we'll go from there. Good to hear from you tonight, and we'll clear with WB4 AIZ for now, and we'll go on down to Dave, KF8AXO. How you doing tonight, Dave? And are you going to stick around for the big net? KF8AXO. This is KE8VZA. Are you out there, Dave? Okay, I did hear him earlier, so we'll circle back to him in a bit, and we'll roll on down to Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing tonight, Tom? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA. This is KA8MNT. Well, good evening, Eric, and everybody that's here so far. Yeah, I think I'll borrow some of those toothpicks, put them in my eyelids, and hopefully I don't break them. So we'll try to stick around tonight. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to KE8VZA.
All right, Tom. Hopefully your toothpicks are better than mine. I keep breaking them. And anyway, good to hear you, Tom. Got you on the list here. We'll clear with KA8MNT for now, and go on down to Andy, AB8MO. How you doing, Andy? I hear there were some field day testing, or excuse me, POTA testing going on today. And are you going to stick around for the big net?
W8WKY.
You just knew my note had the ID right at the top of the, right when you called me. This is AB8MO. All righty. Yeah, I guess the rumor's true. Yeah, we were doing a little POTA testing. We did an official activation at Portage Lakes. Mosquito is next week, but Portage Lakes is also this coming Saturday. So there, causing mayhem on the blue screen as usual. And in case anybody doesn't know, Sunglasses at Night is a real song. It was recorded in 1983 by Canadian singer Corey Hart. So that song already exists, folks. All right, I'll throw it back to you. You get paid better than I do today, so get talking. KE8VZA, the Beacon Prenet. This is AB8MO.
right there, Andy. Yeah, well, your node picked a good time to ID itself because it seems to have been at the same time that the W8WKY was IDing itself. So, hey, it was harmonious. So good to hear you guys got some testing in with an activation there. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to POTA next week. I'm going to hang with the Norris Group at their POTA site in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. And I always botch the name of the trailhead. I want to say Pioneer Trailhead, but I don't think it's Pioneer. It's something with a P. That's atop some famous sledding hill. Anyway, we'll clear with 88MO for now. And yes, I'm familiar with that song, Andy. Very familiar with that song. I like it. Anyway, we'll clear with Andy, and we'll go on down to Josh, KE8YUG. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8VZA, this is KE8YUG. Yeah, I'll be sticking around. I think it's Pine Hollow Trailhead. But, yeah, well, looking forward to it. Okay, back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
All right, thanks, Josh. Yeah, that's it. Pine Hollow Trailhead in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Very good. Thanks for jogging my memory. Good to hear you tonight. Well, glad you're sticking around. We'll clear with KE8YUG. We'll roll on down to Marie, KF8ANS. How you doing tonight, Marie? And are you going to stick around as well?
K8BZA, this is KF8ANS. Hey, Eric, good to hear you. Marie here. So I will be also sticking around as well. This is KF8ANS, back to pre-net control.
Okay, Marie, very good. Got you on the list. Well, good to hear you. We'll clear with KF8ANS for now. And go on down to Mark. Mark in the middle, KG4SCK. Hey, long time no see, Mark. How you doing?
Well, hello, Eric. KG4SCK here, everyone. Hi, good evening. Probably not going to make it on the blue screen tonight. I still got duties in the kitchen, so I may switch it over to clear node and grab the HT and take it over to the kitchen with me. I'm excited for the fact that I took CS's information about the Indianapolis, the race today, and I monitored and tried to get W9 IMS on my mag loop, the homebrew thing. 20 meters, I couldn't do it, and 40 meters noisy last night. But tonight, I finally made it. I got the W9 IMS contact, filling out my QSO card, so I'll at least get a QSO card from them. And if I get the contact in July at the Brickyard 200, I'll qualify for a certificate. All right, I've said enough. KG4SCK, back to net.
Very good, Mark. I was watching some of the race today, and I knew there was something else about that race that I was forgetting, and that was it. Anyway, glad you're racking up the trophies there. Good to hear you, and good to see you Saturday at the Fox Hunt. We'll clear with KG4SCK, and we'll roll on down to Fred, WA8KOC. How are you doing, Fred, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Eric, good evening to you and everybody else in here on the net. I wanted to stick around at least long enough to say good evening to everybody, and hope that everybody remembers all of our wonderful folks who work in our government that served in the military and gave the ultimate sacrifice. So any of the service members who are still with us and are out there, thank you very much for your service. You take care of yourself. You have a great pre-net and always do a great job. And one of these days, I'm going to stay awake long enough to be able to stay in here and enjoy the entire net with you guys. Please give my best to everybody, and we'll look forward to talking down the line. One for you and everybody else. KE8BZA, W8KOC. Take care.
All right, Fred, thanks for passing along the Memorial Day wishes to everyone. Good to hear you tonight, and we'll have to get you some of those high-capacity toothpicks if we find some to prop the old eyelids open. So we'll clear with WA8KOC, and he's going to be in and out tonight. Good to talk to you, Fred. And we'll go on down to the next station, KG7IRJ, if I got the call sign right. It should be Paul in Massillon. How you doing tonight, Paul? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Okay, KG7IRJ. I'm planning on it. Probably no starting toothpick, but we'll take a shot at it. Thank you, KG7IRJ.
Very good, Paul. Yeah, give it your best shot. I know it's a little late in the evening. Anyway, we'll clear. Good to hear you, and we'll clear with KG7IRJ. And we'll go on down to Chris, KE8MMY. How you doing tonight, Chris? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
I am just as fine as frog for tonight. I got the nice, fresh, cool, after the rain breeze coming in all the windows, making it all just nice and comfy. And I don't even have to wake up early tomorrow morning, so I am doing pretty good. And I'm going to lie to you just as much as I lie to myself. Yes, of course I'm going to be up for the whole show. So we'll see if I get a certificate at the end for that. KE8MMY, good talking to you.
Very good, Chris. Good to hear from you tonight. And I wonder, that expression about the frogs fur, I wonder if anyone's ever taken a set of micrometers and seen, how fine it really is. Or maybe an electron microscope or something like that. Anyway, sorry, my mind is wandering. Very good to hear you tonight, Chris. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KE8MMY. Next on the list was Steve in Elyria, KF8ANT. Steve is in and out. 73 Steve, good to hear you tonight. Thanks for checking in. And after that is Mike, BeaconNet Crew Emeritus, KE8QWE. How you doing tonight, Mike? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Hello, Eric and everybody. Sure, I'm going to stick around and do trivia and give a couple of guesses. So, I am here. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8. I'm sorry, I can't find it. There we go. KE8VZA.
W8WKY.
Okay, Mike, good to hear you tonight. And just in case you were wondering, you do sound like yourself tonight. And anyway, good to hear you, Mike. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KE8QWE. We have 3 minutes till the top of the hour, or a little less than that, perhaps. We have some time for some more check-ins here. If you'd like to check into the BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. This is the pre-show for the BeaconNet, and I'm taking check-ins. I am KE8VZA. Please call now.
LYG, Kilowatt Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, Rick and Maslin. No traffic.
AFIJB, short time.
KCA, Fox.
AFIJB, short time.
Eric, KC8FQV.
pick it up there. I copied AF5JB Matt, who is short time. We'll get right back to you, Matt, in a sec. Also copied KC8FQV Mark. That would be Northern Mark. And I believe there may have been somebody else trying to check in at the same time with Mark. If there was another station in there, please call now.
KC8LYG, Rick and Maslin.
I apologize, Rick. I did get you on the list, KC8LYG, and you were going to be in tonight. Is that right?
I'll be in and out, thank you. 73's all.
All right, very good, Rick. Thank you for checking in. Got you on the list as in and out, 73. Okay, we'll go down to Matt, AF5JB, who is short time. Do you have some comments for the net at this time, Matt? And if so, go ahead.
Well, I appreciate it. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. Had a good weekend. Staying down. That's pretty good. That's pretty rough weather on the weekend. Claremore prior, Florida, also northeast of Tulsa, I got hit pretty hard last night. So, so best wishes to them. But other than that, I did very well. Did my laundry. Excuse me. Last night, and had to go out down and to Dave Buster's. I played some Pac-Man there, and then with a hard rock, ate there, and played a little bit. Didn't win anything, but still had a good time. Of course, had the sirens go off. Where I was, so that's pretty interesting. But other than that, yeah, got done with all that. I went home and had a beer and went to bed. So that's my Saturday night, and I got to take it easy all day today, get ready for a whole new week. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I just want to check in and see how they won, and have a good see one out there and stay cool, and watch out for the storms out there. And 73. This is AFIJB, Matt, in City of Tulsa, Oklahoma. About to take control. Thanks again, and catch you on next time.
All right, Matt. Well, it sounds like you've had a full weekend thus far, and you definitely made the rounds there. Dave and Buster's, Hard Rock Cafe. I bet you squeezed in some Pac-Man there at some point. I'm thinking. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Matt, and 73s to you, and thanks for. And we are a little in overtime here, 2 minutes past the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our net control station, Nick at Night, KE8QKO. Take it away, Nick.
Thank you, Eric, and fine business on the pre-show. Good evening, and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. And I'll be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKMR repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is DirectNet, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Any station that has not checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
November 0 Golf India Yankee. November 0 Google it yourself. Q Houston. Pi Star.
All right, I got at 0 GIY. Google it yourself. I like that cue. Thank you, sir. Got you in there. Is there anyone else who would like to check in the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu India November Joe in Willowick.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 VHQ Venture Mobile. KQ4 in Salisbury.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have K8ZIN, Joe. I have K8BHQ, Ben, who's mobile. And there was another station there you were really broken. I did not get your call sign. Can you come back again, please? All right, the station that tried to check in after K8BHQ, we did not catch your call sign. You were broken checking in the repeater. Can you try to retransmit? Okay, I'm going to say that last station. Can you try to check in again or recheck at their convenience? Are there any additional stations trying to check in that would like to check in the BeaconNet? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. Ben, I know you're mobile, so I'm going to say hold on a second. We have 2 trivia questions for you. I'm going to come to you first after the trivia and get your answers. We're going to go first up to K8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon? Or what's your trivia question tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. I'm going to deviate just a little bit from typical radio/technological orientation for the main trivia question in light of the Memorial Day holiday. So we have a Memorial Day trivia question, and it is as follows. Memorial Day has also historically been known as Decoration Day. After which war, U.S. war, was it established? A, the Civil War. B, the Spanish-American War. Charlie, World War I. Or Delta, World War II. I'll take a quick pause here and come back and read it a second time. KEZA returning with the trivia question. Memorial Day has also historically been known as Decoration Day. After which war was it established? Alpha, the Civil War. Bravo, the Spanish-American War. Charlie, World War I. Or Delta, World War II. And I will put this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric. That's another fine question. I wrote my answer down. I'll hand it out later because I still want to hear Alan's question. So let's go down in KI5, DAY, and get the alternate question tonight. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY on the net. Good evening, everybody. Good to see everybody. Yeah. Everybody sounds like they're for some reason on Allstar, but it sounds worse when I go through RF. So hopefully it's okay. Can hear you guys enough, but it definitely sounds like water. But is my signal okay?
Actually, Alan, you're really broken tonight. I was able to make out everything you had to say, but I think a trivia question might be garbled enough that people will not be able to hear all of it. Maybe try to relocate and retransmit?
Okay, now I'm on RF. It has to do with the more repeater. There was a tornado there last night. Or may have to connect to you guys, Echolink, if I have to. How is this signal coming?
Actually, I think that's a little bit worse. So maybe connect directly to Echolink would be helpful.
Okay. Turn this off. Sorry about that. KI5DAY. Now I'm on Echolink. Am I coming through okay?
Yes, sir. You're sounding fantastic.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, there was a tornado that hit Claremore, did a lot of damage last night, and went over to Pryor, Oklahoma, unfortunately, and a couple people lost their lives to it. So, yeah, prayers and everything for those people. It was a terrible situation. It got pretty crazy last night. But anyways, hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend, and so far you have, and we'll have a better one tomorrow, a better day tomorrow. But I'll let this drop, and then I will come back and read tonight's altered trivia. So there will be a slight delay. I am on Echolink. All right, here we go. KI5DAY. Tonight's alternate trivia is: the electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of the following people? Was it A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwaldobing, B, a dentist, Dr. Alfred Southwick, C, a Scottish physicist, Dr. James Maxwell, or D, a barbershop salon chair designer named Ernest Crocken? One more time, the electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of the following people? A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwaldobing, B, a dentist, Dr. Alfred Southwick, C, a Scottish physicist, Dr. James Maxwell, or D, a barbershop salon chair designer named Ernest Crocken. KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another fine question. I wrote my answer down, but I'll think about it in case I want to change it. But yeah, that's a good one. And yeah, I heard about tornadoes. I didn't know it hit you guys, but I know that I saw the news about the tornadoes in northern Texas, and that's very sad. I feel bad for everybody that's out there that lost their lives. But I guess it's better the number wasn't higher. Thank you, Alan. We appreciate your alternate trivia question. Okay, this is KAQK with a WWKR repeater. Got our trivia questions. We're ready to go through and talk to our check-ins for that tonight. And I'm going to say that we're on the 147 Mark 390 repeater, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And yeah, anyway, let's go down and talk to Ben. KE8. I'm looking at my log here. K8BHQ, Ben. Sorry, sir. I kind of had a brain fog on your call sign. So So go ahead with your traffic, sir.
Hey, Nick, KE8BHQ. I don't know if I'm even going to be using the repeater as far out as I am. I'm all the way out to Sugar Creek, so I'm going to keep it sweet. Go Charlie, total guess, because I couldn't even hear the questions, and give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right, Ben, I heard Charlie as one of your answers. I caught most of your traffic, but when you were giving the answers, it kind of static down a bit on one of them. I think Charlie was the alternate answer. Do you want to come back with both again for me, please?
Charlie and Charlie. Charlie, double C. KE8BHQ.
All right, I got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Thank you, sir. And I will say that for driving around Sugar Creek, you're coming in pretty good. That says a lot about the range of the repeater. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. And, yeah, that's it. So, next we're going to go up and talk to KC3 SEG Greg. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hey, Nick, good evening to you, everyone else out there listening. Also to my neighbor Eddie down just south of me down there in Annapolis. Good evening to you. Not much to say. Going camping this week over on the eastern shore of Maryland. Should be over there. And me and the dog, Teddy, and have a pretty good time. But anyway, make it brief. I'm going to go with Charlie Bravo for my answers. Charlie Bravo. Everyone have a good night. 73, KC3 SCG.
All right. Thank you, sir. Got down for Charlie and Bravo. Enjoy the camping this weekend. It sounds like it'll be fantastic. I've never been camping on the eastern shore of Maryland. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But, yeah. I've been to Ocean City and Virginia Beach. There's a story to some of those, too. But I'm not going to get into it tonight. But, anyway, with that, I'll pass it back to you. Or I'm not going to pass it back to you. I'm going to say good night, sir. And enjoy your weekend. Next we had KD2HCE, who was in and out. And we are now down to W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yeah, hi, Nick. Yeah, I'll say hello to you and hello to everyone else on is it the Beacon Net? I forgot. Anyway, hi, Greg. Take care, and on your trip to the Eastern Shore, and as you're camping, watch out for the sand fleas. They do bite. So have a great time, and you and Teddy. And let's go ahead and answer some of these trivia questions here. For the main trivia question, I kind of like C as well. But I think I go with A. I don't know. Probably sometimes, possibly, maybe. I think A was the Civil War, I believe. I'm not really sure. I totally forgot. Anyway, as far as Alan's question, we'll go with A as well, because I think that was a dentist, and I think he probably got his drill kind of wired wrong and electrocuted his first patient there, and probably said, hey, this is a pretty good idea. Maybe we'll just make it into an electric chair. Anyway, W3TV, and you can tell I'm already on the way out. I'll say 73 for now. Everyone have a great evening. 73 TV back to that.
All right. Thank you, Eddie. Got you on there for Alpha and Bravo. Yeah, I think I'm on the way out, too, but I'm actually on the way in, so I have to deal with that. Anyway, thank you, sir. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. And next, we're going to call out for WV3K Phil. How you doing, Phil? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KQO, WV3K. Hello, Nick at night. It's good to hear you. But I have to admit, I was busy working on my email to Stefan at the same time that I was getting myself some chilled water. Did not hear the questions and just came down just in time before you called me out. So if it would be okay, could you please have one of the team leaders say the question again, and I will be glad to provide maybe the correct answer. Back to you, Nick, WB3K.
Absolutely, sir. We have two questions. I'm going to call out to both Trivia Masters, and then I'll call back to you, Phil, to get the answer. We're going to start with K8. VZA. Eric, can you reread the primary question, sir?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with a main trivia question reading. And it is, Memorial Day has also been historically known as Decoration Day. After which war was it established? Your possibilities are Alpha, the Civil War, Bravo, the Spanish-American War, Charlie, World War I, or Delta, World War II. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. KF5DAY, Alan, can you reread the alternate question, please?
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee. Yes, I will reread. I hope I'm coming through okay. Again, I'm on Echolink, so here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, the electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of the following people? Was it A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwaldo Bean, B, a dentist, Dr. Alfred Southwick, C, a Scottish physicist, Dr. James Maxwell, or D, a barbershop salon chair designer named Ernest Crokin? KI5BAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Let's go down to WP3K Phil, see what his answers are for the trivia question. Phil, take it away.
Well, thank you, Nick. Good, Christopher. Talk about good questions. And appropriate for the time, I guess, at least for the first one. I'll tell you the truth, I really don't have knowledge of the correct answers, but I will have fun at least trying. My father was in the First World War, and I was in the Vietnam campaign. I would just say I would like to say World War II, but I think that the better answer should be since the Civil War, since the United States had come together at that time, and for all the post-wars thereafter. So I would say since World War II for my father. And then for the second question, good question. My goodness. I'd like to say it probably would be the person that was the dentist, and I don't remember. I think that was question Bravo. But I think I'll go with that, and we'll see. Always an opportunity to learn new things. So I look forward to that. So with that, Nick, I turn it back to Net Control, and wonderful to participate and be a part of the group. So everyone have a wonderful evening, and again, thank you so much for calling on me. WB3K, back to Net Control.
All right, Phil. Thank you, sir. We got you on there for Alpha and Bravo, and please enjoy the rest of your holiday. Right. Good to hear you. And let's also don't forget all the people that gave their lives for this holiday. It's not about the people here or the veterans or any of that, but the people who aren't here with us. So we thank them, appreciate them, and that's what the holiday is all about. Next, we're going to talk to K5 CFY Ray. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Kilo Echo 8. This is K5 CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Nick at Night. Thanks for there. And thanks to your co-pilot there, Eric, on the keyboard, done a wonderful job, and I think he did a pretty good job on the pre-net. But thank you guys for keeping the meeting going. Before I forget about it, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. Charlie and Bravo. And I hope I don't sound bad as somebody else does on I'm going through the repeat. I tried to get on 496 and couldn't get checked in or couldn't make connect. Everybody have a good evening. 73 to you. K5 CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. I heard you there. Got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. You were broken, but I think that's on us and not on you. It seems like based off of comments in the blue screen, there's something going on with our Allstar Node, probably something going on with our internet connection that needs to be reset and adding latency into the packets. Yeah, that's my best guess anyway. But yeah, I got your answers in there, got your comments in there, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to identify, I should have done this earlier. This is K8QKO working check-ins for the Beacon Net on the WWKR repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next we are going to get on to and talk to KF8AXO. David, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? This is KQKO. I'm going to change that. Looks like David is green in here, and I missed it. And I'm going to go talk to WB4AIZ Chuck to get his comments for the Beacon Net. Chuck, take it away.
W8WKY.
Whiskey Bravo 4, Alpha India Zulu. Chuck, are you out there? And do you have comments for the Beacon Net? Okay. So it looks like Chuck may have been in and out. That's my best guess because he usually is. And KF8AXO David tried to check in via RF but did not respond during the pre-show. So we're going to go down to KA8MNT. Tom, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO. This is KA8MNT. Well, I've been sitting here scratching my head, and I'm almost bald in that spot right now, thank you. Let's see, for the first trivia question about Decoration Day, I wouldn't be much of a veteran if I didn't know that answer, and that is A, this is Civil War. And let's see, the second question of the electric chair, I think that should have been Dr. Cornwaldo being myself. but I think I'm going to go ahead with B on that one. Seems to me a doctor is devious enough to do something like that. So, now that we're out of the rainstorms a little bit and drying out again, I'm making different plans for tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to say 7-3s, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. This is KA8MNT, turning everything back to the stupendously capable hands of KE8QKO.
All right, thank you, Tom. You know, you got me bamboozled there because that's not the answer that I picked, and now you have me pegged as a, I don't want to say imposter, but not as much of a veteran. But anyway, I appreciate your answer. You're probably going to be right. I'm probably going to be wrong, and I'm going to look silly. Okay, next we have AB8MO, Andy. What do you have for the beginning of today, Andy?
This is AB8MO. Well, I already get made fun of on the blue screen quite a bit, so coming through probably like they're talking about, I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. We had a good POTA activation practice run. Josh, W8HRF, myself, and let's see, just Nick and one more. Mark. That's a Kentucky Mark, who's in Copley now. So he was there too. So yeah, I have my clothespin on my nose tonight. Yes, I do, Alan. I knew you were going to say something. Anyway, so it was good. I think we had 24, 25 contacts. So all did it on 40 meters. So thank God for 40 meters, because 20 and 15 weren't doing anything. At least those are the other two bands that we both checked. So we'll see how the POTA activation works out this Saturday. I'm going to be doing it with the Warren Amateur Radio Association. And let's see, I think Eric said he's going to be doing it with the Norse Club. So that leaves everybody else to do it with the Sarah Club. I hear they're going to go all out, going to have a full-fledged picnic and whatnot, or something like that. Maybe that was just a rumor. Anyhow, to the trivia questions I go. I think I'm going to do alpha and alpha for both, only because on Alan's, the answer that I thought it was isn't. He didn't give the answer that I was expecting to. So it has to be the Cornwaldo bean. So with that, I'll throw it back to you there. Just wait a minute. Nick at night. Yeah, not just Nick tonight. This is AB8MO from the land of snow and maple syrup. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Andy. And yeah, don't confuse me with that guy. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to miss the POTA. It really bugs me. I'm going to miss it because I kind of wanted to, but it is. That's how life goes. I made prior arrangements for the weekend right before I heard about the POTA. Otherwise, I would have not made my arrangements and done the POTA this weekend. But it is what it is. So I hope you all have a great time. And I wish I could take my radio and actually operate. So I'll be up in the national park this weekend. Just won't be near the POTA people. So, and I wish I could just hook up a radio and throw up an antenna and start operating, but I will be otherwise indisposed. But anyway, that's it for me. And this is KE8QKO and the WAWKRA Peter, going through our check-ins for the VeekanNet on a 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Next, we have KE8YUG Josh. How you doing, Josh? And what do you have for the VeekanNet tonight?
YUG. Good evening, Nick. I'll start with you. I'm going to go A alpha for the main trivia and then B for the alt. So A alpha, B bravo, A with 1 Wild West to Geneva Lake and hung out with Mom and Dad. And it's night time. We had our little mesh-tastic node going, trying to see if we could get anybody. But I had fun talking on the HT. Andre Puccelli's cassette tape. It's only $1. Give that a listen. Always like that. And got a long weekend. Kicking back soon. It's nice time being off, and hope everybody else has a good weekend here. Take care. 73 K8YUG. Back to net.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Got you in there for Alpha and Bravo. Sorry you were broken up there as well. I think it's part of the Allstar Node tonight. Let's see how Mary's doing, or Marie's doing. KF8 ANS, Marie, what's your traffic for the BeaconNet, ma'am?
This is KF8. Hi, Nick. Marie here. Good to hear you tonight. Sunday night, so starts the week. First, I'm going to do my trivia. Go A Alpha main and B Alpha. So A Alpha, B Bravo. Can you guys believe it? This weekend, the weekend is here. Kind of excited, looking forward to what it's all about. If I like it, I guess. We were watching the Indy 500 on the TV, which is kind of cool. They had a relay because the track, but it was dry. So this weekend, Josh and I went to Geneva on the Lake, which was fun. We used our LoRa devices and mesh-tastic both. It was like incognito. So we spent the night there and used our GPS mesh-tastic, which was kind of cool to and seeing it from here. So 73 y'all. This is KB and Extranet.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Bravo. Again, also garbled, but again, I think that was us, not you. So, next we're on to KG4, SCK Mark. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Not a whole lot. Had fun with Mo and W8HR Josh out there at Portage Lakes and tried to make a satellite. Nick job holding the antenna and tracking the satellite for 5 minutes. Threw out a couple of call signs. It was busy satellite. And, didn't get a contact, but we're working on it. We'll get an extra 100 points. Trivia answers. I'm going to go with Civil War and man, this Charlie one, Maxwell. I got Maxwell Silver Hammer going round train, so I'll pick Charlie. Thanks for running the net. KG4SCK, back to net.
All right, Mark. I think you were broken as well. I got Alpha for your primary. I don't know if I got your alternate. You want to come back with those answers again, please?
For primary, Charlie. For alternate, KG4S.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Alpha and Charlie. Our next station was W8KOC Fred, who was in and out. And that takes us down to, actually, yeah, That takes us down to KG7IRJ. Paul, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KG7IRJ, couldn't find the button to push. Doing good. Still got the blue sticks in my eyes, so hopefully I'll keep going. Had a quick storm this afternoon. It surprised me. I wasn't looking for it. From what I've seen since then, I should have been looking for it. Oh well. It's a little weather here and there. KG7IRJ.
All right, Josh. Can you come back with your trivia answers? I'm not sure I caught those.
I guess I nodded off during the trivia thing. Don't worry about it. KG7IRJ.
All right, thank you, sir. Put you down for a pass. Okay, this is KE8QKO on the WWKR repeater on 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Our next station is going to be KE8MMY. Chris. How you doing, Chris? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, unfortunately, it comes like cars in the spokes, but I'm probably noisy. It's, I'll say, World 1, the barber chair guy. I guess I'll go with that. KE8MMY.
W8WKY repeater PL114.8.
All right, Chris. Do you want to come back with your trivia questions one more time, please?
World 1 and the barber chair maker.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you on there for Alpha and Delta. Our next station was KF8ANT Steve, who was in and out, and that takes us down to K8QWE Mike from Seville. How you doing, Mike? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, Nick and everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I've been reading a little bit about the tornadoes in Claremore, and I certainly wish all of our Oklahoma friends nothing but the best. Weather's something that's just amazing what it can do. Trivia. You know, I really don't know. I'm going to go with A and B, Alpha and Bravo. I figure that's no better, no worse than any other choices. Let's see. It did some odds and ends around the house, and Nick at night, and Ron stopped by and got some of the cabling and ropes and all that kind of stuff for a field day that I had stored in my out building. And my wife asked, "Well, what was in that thing?" I said, and I went and told her, and she goes, "Well, where was it?" I said, "It was overhead in the building." She goes, "It was? Since when?" I said, "Since July of last." Oh, okay. It is gone now, but come July, it will be back, and it will have a nice home. So, other than that, I didn't do a whole lot. Just did some work in the shop. Was on HF some. Conditions weren't great today, but granted, they haven't been great, period. So, other than that, I don't have a whole lot more to say. I just wish everybody well, stay safe, stay healthy. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8. Sorry, not KD8, that is Dustin. KE8QKO. See you, folks.
All right, Mike. Thank you for storing all that for us. We always appreciate it. And, you got your answers down as Alpha and Bravo. Our next two stations for in-and-out, that's KC8LYG, AF5JB, and that takes us down to KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
I'm going to say Civil War for the A, and Dennis for the going out, feel good, and enough. Actually, not too bad. Up in the glow more now. Also, I got some tea. We have to get think, but everything else is okay. Can't. So, net hit me today. And it decided it ran. They put that to a no-no. So we'll send it back. Catch you guys. Yeah, I think Dave. So control KCFQE.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down as Alpha and Bravo. Next, we have K6KJV, Kevin. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo 6, Kilo Julia Victor, Kilo 6, Kilo 6, Kilo Julia Victor. Kevin, are you out there? And do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
W8WKY.
All right, hearing nothing from Kevin, we're going to move on. We're going to go down and talk to N5GLO Bill. How you doing, Bill? And what do you have for the net tonight?
N5GLO net. Good evening, all. I started to say Steve for the first one. Then I remembered I was thinking about Veterans Day in November. We started with Armistice Day. Then I remembered what the ladies in the family talked about, because I had several of them were members of UDC, United Dollars Confederacy, and bragged about the fact that we're happy about the fact that the government extended Decoration Day to include the Confederate soldiers, and then it became Memorial Day. So I'm going with A for that. On the second one, I'm going to go with the Colonel's uncle, and go for A on that one.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. Thanks for checking in with us there. And our next station was N0GIY. Q, how you doing, Q? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? November 0, Golf India Yankee. Google it yourself. Q, are you out there? And do you have comments for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing heard from Q. This is K8QKO and the W8WKO repeater on the Sarah Club repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a field tone of 114 Mark 8. Now, before I go any further, one thing I like to do is when I get past the pre-checks and get into the net-started check-ins, I like to reread the trivia questions. And I should have done that before I called for Q, but I didn't. And so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to call out to K8VZA Eric to get our primary question reread for us. So, Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with a reread of the main trivia question. Memorial Day has also historically been known as Decoration Day. After which war was it established? Your options are Alpha, the Civil War; Bravo, the Spanish-American War; Charlie, World War I; or Delta, World War II. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric. K8VZA. I say Z instead of Z because we're in America and we're not in Europe. And America. That's how I go. Anyway, thank you, sir. And next we're going to talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. My apologies if I'm sounding like terrible to some of you all, but I am on Echo Stink, and all the other connections are terrible. So, anyways, tonight's alternate, easy for me to say, alternate trivia question is as follows. The electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of the following people? Was it A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwaldo Bean; B, a dentist, Dr. Alfred Southwick; C, a Scottish physicist named Dr. James Maxwell; or D, a barbershop salon chair designer named Ernest Crokin. KI5DAY.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for the reread of the trivia. Next, we're going to talk to KQ4IZV. James, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
This is KQ4IZV. Not too much today, actually. Kind of hung around and enjoyed myself. Anyway, trivia, I'm going to have to go with A and B. That's about it for me tonight. I have a lot of storm-related weather coming in, so I probably need to shut down. So I guess I'll catch up with you guys on the next go-around. KQ4IZV out.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, that storm, it looks like it stretched all the way from north to south. That hit us earlier tonight, and it wasn't too bad. So hopefully it won't be too bad for you either. But we have your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. Enjoy your evening. Next, we have KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good afternoon, yeah. Good evening, Nick, and to everybody else on the Beacon Net. You may be hearing me, like, right next to you, but I'm coming through on the, or shall we say, on the Ohio repeater tonight. To answer the trivia question, I've heard people saying about A, B, C, D, or E. I was thinking D, but then yeah, it could be D because of the fact that you have more men and women getting out there, and especially over in France, who's taking care of the graves over there too. And we were doing a bit of that today at Floral Haven, taking care of some family graves over there. And for Alan's question, well, I'm going to have to go with A for that one. And we'll just leave it at that. I just want to see how I'm coming in through this link first before maybe doing anything else via the radio and coming through the Claremore repeater. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Yeah, you're coming in actually great, perfectly clear. So I think we have your answers now for Delta and Alpha, if I read that right. Want to come back to me?
KI5TAQ now coming through the Claremore repeater. Let me do something here.
Yeah, I would stick with your first connection. That Claremore repeater is pretty garbled. So how do you want to come back now?
W6 BYS, KISS.
All right, I think it was W6BYS. Please stand by. I want to get back to you here in just 1 second. I have some stuff to catch up on. So please stand by with your call sign, and I will call back out for you here in just a moment. KF5TAQ. Tim, did you copy my last?
I was trying to get back with you. Yeah, it could be a little bit of a mess up on the links there, but anyways, I'm back, and yeah, you are correct on my answers for the trivia questions. I'll say 7 3s and let you continue on down the list. This is KI5TAQ.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, sir. Last caller with your call sign. Could you come back again, please, with your call sign phonetically?
W6BYS, K7C. Jeff, are you on the air?
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, VK2D.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have what I believe I heard correctly, if I heard it correctly, was Whiskey 6 Bravo Yankee Sierra. Can you come back and confirm that call sign, please?
My apologies. I'm not paying attention of the K7CBL for ID.
All right, so what's going on is we have apparently some sort of latency between our nodes. And I believe it's on our end, from what I've heard, but I'm not entirely certain where the latency is. So can you slowly come back with your call sign, please? I have what I believe is Whiskey 6 Bravo Yankee Sierra, and I have Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, Robert from Sydney. So Robert, just stand by. I know your call sign. I know you're in there. I want to confirm this other call and make sure I have it correct. So Whiskey 6 Bravo Yankee Sierra is what I think I have. Can you come back slowly and try to get back and confirm your call sign again one more time, please? right, I'm not hearing anything else from Whiskey 6 Bravo Yankee Sierra, which I believe is Clyde from Napa, California. So I'm going to call back out for you. So pay attention to that call sign, Clyde, or whoever you are when I get back to you. We'll try to verify your call sign when I get to you. I appreciate you checking in. We got you in the list. Hopefully it's the correct call. However, it also appears I missed a call earlier, and I do apologize for Joe. That is Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India November. Joe, I skipped over you earlier, and that was my mistake. I'm going to get back to you just now. So let's get your comment for the BeaconNet. Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India November. Joe, do you have comments for the BeaconNet tonight? All right, nothing here from Joe there. Perhaps he can recheck with us later. Let's go down and talk to KF580E Nickelodeon. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for us?
Good evening. This is KF580E, and our hearts from down here in Cibolo go out to the folks up at Claremore. I'll tell you that. Sand Cone kind of maybe we'd lake back up on Piglet and Blue Screen. So yeah, tough winds up in that area as always. As to what we've been up to doing, we did a practice fox hunt on Saturday with some of the other folks. We built Yagi antennas out of PVC tubing and measuring tape material. So we tried them out, hooked them up to our little bow fangs or whatever else we had, and a couple of guys had really good success with using a phased attenuator, and one guy had a switching attenuator, which really worked well for him. And then our other one that we had out there, he just kind of walked off into space someplace the opposite direction from the transmitter because he was not getting any attenuation whatsoever with his antenna and radio, so he was just picking that signal up all over the place, and he was walking further away from the transmitter. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Sandy took off, came with us, and so we had about 12, 13 people out there for that, and it was really good. So that's what we had, and then we had a nice little birthday party after that for a family member. So let's see, I better let this drop one time, and I'll come back in with my trivia question answers. KF580E. All right, that should have transferred everything else around. KF580E, back to the next control. Let's see, my trivia questions. Main TQ is going to be Charlie. My alternate TQ will be Bravo. So we'll go with those because I don't know whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, but I'm going with those. So this is KF580. Thank you so much. It's been good. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. And probably should identify, this is KEQQ, going through our check-ins for the BeaconNet on the WWK repeater, 147, Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. Next, we're going to go down and talk to KG5SYC, Miss Sandy. How you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Nick, and all, or the Nicks. Let's put it right, the Nicks. That takes in all 3, 4 of us that might be out there. But, hey, we're doing good. Went out with the sun, the wandering sun that's been gone forever. And he's home for a little while before he figures out where he's going next. But went out with him and done some running around and got some seafood in the house. Let's put it like seafood in the house, because we definitely like our fish. So when he comes home, we definitely eat fish a lot. At any rate, and besides going out, we roasted. Our heat index was up to 115 degrees, even though we were sitting at 95, but the heat index pushed us up to 115, which isn't cool. But Nickelodeon got to stay home and stay under the air conditioner and stay cool. And played, trying to figure out his node. He'll have to get with Jairus, hopefully, in the after party. At any rate, trivia. Let's just throw out AB and let's go for that. And that'll be my answer. This is KC5, that's YC, back to net control.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We got your answers down for Alpha and Delta, and for your second better half, Charlie and Bravo. We appreciate you both checking with us. We always appreciate it. It's good to hear you, and we look forward to your next trip to Ohio. Okay, we're going to go down and talk to. We're going to try Clyde one more time here, and I believe it was Clyde, and I believe that was W6, so Bravo Yankee Sierra. So Whiskey 6, Bravo Yankee Sierra. If you're out there and you have comments to that, please come back. All right, nothing here from Clyde. I think it was Clyde. Again, we had some communication issues. I was garbled, so I think that was the right call, but I'm not 100% certain. However, next we're going to go down and talk to VK2DY. Robert from Sydney. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for us tonight?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney, where it's 21 degrees Celsius, about 70 Fahrenheit, sun is shining, bright blue sky here. About as good as you can get for the last week of autumn, I think. It's not going to get much warmer than this. We've got winter to go through yet. Anyway, other than that, Saturday was my 70th birthday, 7 decades. And so in order to celebrate that, I decided to do a bucket list item. The Sydney Harbor Bridge has this program where you can climb the Sydney Harbor Bridge up to the top where there's these 2 flagpoles up there, and you basically climb the little arch that goes up the bridge and climb up to the top of it. So I did that on Friday, and I'm afraid of heights, but I made it through. I was fascinated. I just loved the trip because it was just I had never seen the bridge up that close. They talked about how it was constructed, and you got up on the top there, and you could see all the ferries and the ferry boats and the everything, all the ships and the sailing ships and all sorts of activities down below and all sorts of helicopters and everything else flying over the top, and it was really a fascinating thing. I really enjoyed it very much. So completed a bucket list item for my birthday. And the answers to the questions, Alpha and Bravo. VK2DY, back to
All right, thank you, Robert. That sounds fantastic. You know what? Congratulations to you for doing that. that really sounds like a bucket list item. That I would appreciate that. I do appreciate it. And climbing a bridge like that, even if it's part of the program or not, 70 years old, that says a lot. So kudos to you, sir. Congratulations, breaking your or overcoming your fear of heights and getting up there. I think that's awesome, and kudos. We appreciate you checking with us every week when you do, and it's fantastic. Got your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list here. This is KEQKO on the WWKO repeater. We've gone through our list of check-ins. We're ready to take some more check-ins, and this is on the W8WKR repeater, Sarah Club repeater. W8W Sarah Club repeater 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset. Oh, my notes. 114 Mark 8. So, with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Sorry. Okay. Anyone who would like to check in the repeater or check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign now, phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
VK3HJQ, VK3HJQ, John in Australia. I'll just be in and out. Good afternoon from down under.
Charlie.
All right, I had a VK3HJQ. Thank you, John. Got you down there for in and out. And there was another station that tried to check in after you. You were garbled, sir, and I'm guessing that you were. Looks like Colorado, so you're probably coming in through Allstar, and our Allstar node is garbled tonight, so that's an issue. Can you come back again with your call sign slowly and phonetically and see if we got your call sign correctly, please? And for the record, what I have is Kilo Charlie something Sierra something something is what my NetLogger got. So can you come back again with your call sign?
Shannon in Tulsa. I think I've double checked in for.
All right, Shannon, Ridley Guns, got you in there, sir. That might have been you, I think, that we heard. Again, Allstar has been not friendly to us this evening. So, if you want to come back with K5 Ridley Guns, I'd appreciate it. Or KC5 RBG, I'd appreciate it. And let's go from there. Kilo, Charlie 5, Romeo, Bravo, Golf, Real Big Guns. If you're out there, please come back with your traffic for the BeaconNet.
Oh, okay. I thought you had someone before me, but already. Charlie, and been having a good weekend. Yes, last night was not too good. You've already heard about the tornado that crossed our northern area, Claremore and Salina. So far, I think there's been at least 2 fatalities from that, but
really up in that area. Yesterday morning, Mitch, like 5, Lincoln, rode over to Oklahoma City to his bike maintenance work on his for his warranty, and the turnpike getting there. But coming back, we decided to take old Route 6. Let's just reset. Key to guns returning, and taking the back from Oklahoma City, we went by a place called the Pop Shop, and they have a restaurant in there, but they have food was, you know, and then took a little bit longer to get home, but I didn't care. It was fun. And then when I got home, man,
All right, this is KEQKO and the WWKR repeater. Okay, so Shannon, I'm hoping you're hearing me right now, and I'm not doubling with you, but we're having issues with Allstar, and almost all of your transmission was completely garbled. It took me a couple of times to get you even checked in. We did have a station that checked in before you, like you mentioned, and that was in and out. However, we heard almost nothing about what your traffic was. That's because of the Allstar Node. So I'm going to ask you to come back again. If you could come back with just your trivia answers phonetically, let's see how that works out. Can we try that?
Sure, trivia is going to be great state of Oklahoma and the great state of Oklahoma.
All right. Thank you, sir. We got your answers down. The great state of Oklahoma and the great state of Oklahoma. Yeah, a lot of your transmission was garbled. I heard something about taking longer to get home, but that was okay with you. And that's pretty much all that I got. We're not sure what's going on. I have no idea what's going on tonight, but apparently something is going on with our Allstar Node. And I do apologize, sir, but it's always great to hear you check in, and I do greatly appreciate it. Especially, I appreciate your great state of Oklahoma times 2 answers for the trivia. Okay. With that, I'm going to say this is KEQKO on the WAWKRA Peter. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL code of 114 Mark 8. And before I go and take check-ins, it's almost 11:30. It's almost 11:20, really. So I'm going to go up and talk to our net control team. Knock that out real quick, and then we'll continue on with our our net tonight. And we're going to see how K8VZA is doing, see what comments he has from that. So, Eric, take it away, sir. Do not read the trivia answer. Take it away.
Hey, Nick, let me try Echolink here real quick. I got it turned on and connected. Let me switch over to it and see if it do better. KC5 RBG.
All right, with that, we'll go back to KC5 RBG on Echolink. That will work, sir. That's about the only thing that seems to be working well tonight anyway. So let's go back to you. Get your comments on Echolink.
KC5 RBG. Okay, Nick, I'm directly connected to WWKY's Echolink. Real quick, let me know if it's definitely coming in better or not.
Yes, sir, that is definitely better. I can hear everything you have to say.
Okay, Roger. But yeah, I took a trip yesterday to Oklahoma City with Mitch, Kilo Charlie 5 pizza with bacon, and he was just taking his bike to Oklahoma City to the dealer where he got it from to do his 600-mile service. And so I decided to ride my bike up there with him, give him some company, and get a little bit more time behind the handlebars. And going over there, we took the turnpike, which, you know, I've seen it a whole bunch, so it wasn't that impressive. So we get there, and he did his service, got his service done while we looked around at bikes. And then after that, we went over to, we decided we were going to take the Route 66 back, the original Route 66. And there's a place called the Pop Shop there in Arcadia, Oklahoma. And it has pretty much any kind of pop you could think of. You know, it has all the region's personal flavors, and but they have it all. And we left there and just continued on Route 66 until we got back to Tulsa, and it was a great ride. I got a little bit of farmer's tan from it. So we had a good time there, but I look forward to getting out there and riding the bike some more. Hope everyone's doing good and being safe up there. This is Kilo Charlie 5, real big guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Sounds like you had a good weekend, and I appreciate you getting back to the Echolink there so we can hear you. Okay, so before I go further, I'm going to go back up and talk to our net control team. We're going to start with K8VZA Eric. So, Eric, what are your comments to the BeaconNet? Take it away, sir.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. I'm not going to answer my trivia question, but I'll answer the alternate as Bravo. And what else has been going on here? So the Norris Club had a fox hunt Saturday, and down in the Cleveland Metro Park system at the Lagoons picnic area. And we did it there once before, and I hid both foxes that time. This time I only hid one, and I had the instructions of not to go too far into the jungle. So I complied, and I thought I had a pretty good hiding spot. And but it was a good one, but it was achievable, so that's good. Everybody seemed to have a good time, and the eyeball QSOs, of course, are priceless. And Mark, KG4STK, was there as well, and there were some newer people there. We started to gin up a little interest, so that's always good. Anyway, what else? Been getting my equipment ready for POTA. I'm building a new antenna that's, this is going to sound crazy, but it's a 41-foot random wire wound on a 21-foot pole. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't tried it yet. I cut the wire, and we'll go from there. I was going to work on it today, but I ran out of time. And then it rained. Anyway, KE8 VZA back to net control.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sounds like you had a maybe less busy weekend than I did. I don't know. My niece graduated from high school last weekend, so this weekend was her graduation party, and I'm going to go my comments here, piggybacking on yours, by the way. And, yeah, so I did pulled pork and brisket Friday night, so I stayed up till about midnight, spritzing the meat, and then, yeah, and I got up at about 2 a.m., checked it, wrapped it, and then got up again about 6:30 when it was done, got it ready, put it in a cooler, packed it up to go to Columbus, and that's what I did on Saturday. And it was a success. I think, I'm always critical, my brisket was drier than I think I would like it to be, but everybody at the party liked it, so I don't know. Maybe I'm pickier about the meat that I produce in my smoker than other people are, but it was a big success. Made some pork, some pulled pork, some brisket, and some of my barbecue beans that apparently got my father-in-law kicked out of his bedroom, which is awesome. And, yeah, my son we shipped him off to Montana this morning, and he went on a school trip to Montana. So my wife and I spent the day together doing shopping and lunch and breakfast and dinner and all this stuff together, and it was a great day today. That's where I'm at. Okay, my trivia answers. I'm going to go with I'm going to change my original answer. My original answer was going to be Charlie, but all of the alphas, I'm changing my primary question to alpha, and my alternate answer is going to be delta. So, thank you to everybody. I've changed my answer based off of your reactions, and that's what it is. Anyway, I appreciate that, and this is KE8QQ, the WWQ Repeater, and we're going to talk to KD8 EPC Dustin. What do you have for the beacon tonight, sir?
Kilo Bravo 5 Victor Delta Bravo, Ron in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
All right, let me make sure I've got it. KEQKO and the BeaconNet. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening there, Nick. I'm going to go with Alpha and Delta for the trivia answers. Don't have much else for you. I'm on the phone here, so I'm going to turn it back to Net Control. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you down the log. KD8EPC, back to Net Control.
All right. Thank you, Dustin. I think I had a station check-in right before you, and I believe that was Kilo Delta 5 Victor Bravo Delta. Can you come back and confirm that's your call sign, sir?
Kilo Bravo 5 Victor Delta Bravo, Ron in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Copy that, sir. I have Kilo Delta 5 Victor Delta Bravo. I will get back to you here in just a moment, Ron, and we're going through our check-ins. We're going through our net control team, and I'll get back to you when we're done with that. So next we have KD8 SLG, Just Nick. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
KE8QKO, KD8 SLG. Let's just see what Ron's got. KB5 VDB there, please. Thanks.
All right, copy that, sir. Let's go down to KD5 VDB. Ron, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
Well, my call
this Kilo Bravo 5, Victor Delta Bravo. Wanted to say hi to everyone. I missed the trivia question tonight, but we're doing fine. We didn't have any of the tornado damage at all, but I did help one of the hams who lives in an apartment building with no electricity. We made sure he got something that he could power a lot with until they get the electricity back on in his building.
Thank you, sir. Kilo Bravo 5, Victor Delta Bravo. Did you hear our trivia questions by chance?
No, sir, I missed them. If you'll repeat them, please.
Absolutely, sir. We'll get those repeated for you. So, K8VZA, Eric, can you repeat the trivia question, please?
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. Gladly, the main trivia question is, Memorial Day has also historically been known as Decoration Day. After which war was it established? The options are Alpha, the Civil War; Bravo, the Spanish-American War; Charlie, World War I; or Delta, World War II. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. And KF5DAY, can you repeat the alternate question, please?
KI5DAY. Sorry about that. I forgot. I forgot I was on Echolink, and I got confused about which radio to grab here, and it was actually my phone. So yeah, Ron, we've been having Allstar connection issues tonight. So a lot of us are connected via Echolink. Give me just 1 second here, and I will read the trivia question. Let me let this drop, and I'll be right back. All right, KI5DAY. Tonight's alternate trivia question, and I forgot to repost it, but I will read it from my book over here. The electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of these people? Was it A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwaldo Bean, or was it B, a dentist in New York named Dr. Alfred Southwick, C, a Scottish physicist, Dr. James Maxwell, or D, a barbershop and salon chair designer named Ernest Crokin? KI5DAY, back to net.
Well, I would have to put Bravo down as the answer to the first question. And I couldn't tell anyone who invented the electric chair, but I can say that they invented it too late and didn't use it often enough. KB5VDB.
All right. Hey, Ron, I think we doubled. Can you come back with your two answers, please?
B, Bravo, for question number 1. And I don't know who invented it, excuse me, but I do know that they waited too long to invent it and didn't use it often enough. KB5VDB.
All right, thank you, sir. Catch on for Bravo, and not often enough. We appreciate that. Okay, this is K8QKO on the WAWK repeater, and yeah, we've gone through our list of check-ins. We're still talking to our net control team, and we're going to go up and talk to where am I at here? KD8SLG Nick. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO,
QKO, this is Katie at SLG. Had to make sure I turned some of these other radios down. I'm listening to a couple of feeds simultaneously here tonight, trying to help pick apart what the problems are. So I don't know. They were just randomly bouncing around. The problems were tonight, and Echolink seemed to be working the best. Right now, everything sounds exactly the same. So I just think things are just a little overloaded. Maybe sunspots. I don't know. Put on your tinfoil hat. Everything's working as it should right now. There goes my thumb. Anyway, I'm going to go with Alpha and Alpha for trivia questions tonight. I'd like to remind everybody about POTA, Saturday from noon to 4, Walker Pavilion, Portage Lakes. It's going to be a good time. A bunch of clubs, 4 or 5 other clubs in Northeast Ohio will be participating. So we'll have some fun. So if you're just getting out there, come over and join us or one of the other clubs. And if not, stay at home and hunt. Give us some points. 26 sleep still field day. It's KD8 SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Nick.
All right, thank you, Nick. Hey, if you need another radio, let me know. I have one I can spare. Anyway, with that, we're going to go down and talk to, KI5 DAY. Alan, what are your comments on that tonight? Take it away, sir.
KI5DAY via Allstar now. Just out of curiosity, it seems that Allstar's cleared up some. Am I coming through okay?
W8WKY.
Yes, sir. You're coming through just fine.
Sweet, good deal, Nick, because I was going to say, you even sound good on here, and you usually don't sound good ever. Hi. Just kidding. All is good. No, man, it's been a crazy weekend, man. Just chaos ensued. But last night, went over to my nephew's for a while. My sister and brother-in-law and I was over there, but the storm started coming in, and we thought they were going to settle down, and we wound up going home a little later, and they made a wicked turn. That storm turned due east and then kind of southeast, and we almost got hit here where I live, but the tornado didn't actually come down until after the storm passed Owasso. Well, there were KD5 AFS, Mr. Grant lives, and after it passed Owasso, it turned into a tornado, and yeah, it really slammed Claremore pretty good, and Pryor as well, which is east of Claremore. But man, that thing went on for some time. But pretty tragic indeed. It's been a pretty crazy tornado season, no doubt. They're dealing with it up by Kentucky tonight. I was going to, after the net, check out and see if it's anywhere near my family up in Kentucky. So hopefully they're all in the clear. But let me let this drop.
Go, Nick.
All right, this is K8QKO on the WWK repeater. Sounds like we had maybe DDI dead keying on us. So, Alan, if you're out there, you want to come back with any additional traffic, please go ahead.
I don't know what the last thing you heard me say was, but yeah, the DDI thing, that's a constant issue. Maybe we should get the electric chair ready. KI5BAY. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was just talking about the tornadoes and stuff this year and how bad that's been, but when I get off of here, I'm going to be checking to see how it's doing up there in the Midwest. I guess Kentucky's getting hit. I hope you guys don't get hit too, but I'll shoot it back to you. I don't know what's going on here, but hopefully you're hearing me now. KI5BAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, the last we heard, you were breaking for time, and then but we were keyed up. So, yeah, we had a storm come through earlier tonight. It was pretty quick. We actually really didn't do much damage at all, but it blew through, and yeah, that's about it. So hopefully that stays that way. And thank you, sir. Thank you for your trivia answers. And this is K8QKO on the W8WKY repeater. We've gone through all of our check-ins to the Beaconnet. We've gone through our net control team. We're going to do one more round of check-ins before we get our trivia answers. So, if you would like to check into the Beaconnet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo Zero Foxtrot Charlie Quebec KE0 FCQ Ezekiel Sedan Kansas. Check in only.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
All right, KE0 FCQ Ezekiel with the in and out check-in. Are there any additional check-ins to the Beaconnet? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to our trivia masters to get our answers. We're going to start with K8VZA Eric. How you doing, sir? And what are your answers for the trivia question tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA, ready with the answer to the main trivia question. So, after what war was Memorial Day established? And your options were Civil War, Spanish-American War, WW1, WW2. The answer is the Civil War, which many people did get right. It was originally known as Decoration Day, and I'm going to take a pause and come right back with the rest of it. KE8VZA returning. So the answer was the Civil War, which was Alpha, and Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day, and they called it that because people were decorating the graves of veterans, and like was mentioned, it was also extended to veterans from the South, Confederate veterans as well. Became a tradition, and then was later established as a federal holiday, and later the name was changed to Memorial Day. Many Americans observe Memorial Day visiting cemeteries, holding memorials, parades, family gatherings, and it's also the unofficial beginning of summer. So welcome to quote-unquote summer. Anyway, Alpha, Civil War, KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go on and talk to KF5, DAY Alan, to get the answer for the alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, the electric chair used for executions was invented by which one of these people? Was it A, Jimmy the Zapper Cornwallo Bean by accident? No, it wasn't him. But B, a dentist in New York, Dr. Alfred Southwick, or a Scottish physician named Dr. James Maxwell? That was C, and D was a barbershop salon chair designer. Well, believe it or not, the barbershop and salon chair designer was not the guy who created it. Hi. Let me let this drop. It was, in fact, the majority of the people's responses. It was a dentist. His name was Alfred Southwick. He had been, along with some other scientists, checking out this thing called arc lighting. It was a type of an outdoor street lighting that required a lot of high voltages, like 3,000 to 6,000 volts. And some workers had been zapped by it several times, and one thing led to another. And a drunken dock worker one time named George Smith was looking for a thrill of a tingling sensation. He noticed grabbing the guardrail in the Brush Electric Company arc lighting powerhouse managed to give him a thrill. So he wound up through that causing a lot of scientists studying it and stuff. And one thing led to another after the arc lighting, and they decided that it would be a way to execute people because it had killed some people without leaving any marks hardly at all or anything like that. So, interestingly enough, you can read about it on the internet. Hi. KI5DAY, back to you.
W8WKY.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Another fine question. I appreciate it. Okay. So, before I wrap this up, this is KEQKO on the WWK repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are going to do one more round of check-ins after we read the trivia answers. So anyone who would like to check in after the trivia answers have been read, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VCA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, and KF5DAY, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKR repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKR repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KAQKO on the return the repeater to normal and runs customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
I'm just the KF5ADE calling for Jairus, but I go blank on my call sign for him. Q1 Alpha. Yeah, I'm totally messing up Jairus' call sign nonetheless, but if he's around, I'd sure appreciate it.
Or Q.
This time, AI5Q. This is KF5ADE calling. Nothing heard. KF5AD will be just cleared and monitored.
KF5ADE, this is KD8SLG. I just looked up through the NetLogger, and it doesn't look like Jairus checked into the net tonight.
Thanks, Nick. KF5AD. Yeah, Sandy looked at the her logger, did something. She noticed it. Yeah, she just noticed that he wasn't there either. So I just figured I might give it a chance to just got a question for him about the node, so that was about the size of it. I'll let it go, I guess. Thank you much. KF580, clear.
Hey, Nickelodeon. Jairus has some family over today, and I don't know, they may have made it a long night, so I know it's getting pretty close to his bedtime, so anyway, just figured I'd throw that in there for you. KC5 RBG.
KG5 RGB, KF580E. Yeah, thank you much, Shannon. And I was kind of curious about if he was going to have a long day since, I mean, let's face it, he's a pretty busy guy. So, 3-day weekend, I imagine he's probably got for this weekend. He's going to be busy with his family, and I don't blame him. So, but, all right, no problem. Thank you much. You guys have been up in Oklahoma State safe. And, we're just going to talk to him. So I thought we were, like Sandy said, we were just looking for some information on the node. We'll let it go. We'll catch up to him later. Thank you much. KF58073. We'll be clear.
Thank you there, Nick. And if I hear him a little bit later, if he's on, which I doubt, but he could be, I'll let him know you were hollering for him, so I'll give that message to him if I hear him. Y'all have a good night, and I'll tell you, these storms just keep popping up around here, and just playing pinball with the cities. We're going to try to stay as safe as we can now. Well, God bless, and 73, Kilo Charlie 5, real big guns, and I'll be clear.
W8WKY. W8WKY.